about rip.
Perfect. Went bang on my hand. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to today's video where, as you can see, there has been some action out here. Last weekend we ended up having our first actual open house, as you may refer to it as. Now, it's not an open house in the sense that it was a paid sort of thing. It was more of a, hey, if you guys want to stop by, see what the place is all about. We even had a little bit of organization and a couple of my buddies did a drifting demo. Anyways, that is for the next video where we're also going to unveil the name of the place, and if you know it, please don't say anything. I'm trying to keep this a surprise for everybody that I don't personally know or is in my immediate orbit, I guess you could say. So please don't spoil the surprise for anybody. That's all I'm going to ask. We'll unveil it in the next video where we'll also have footage of the open house. In today's video though, I'm going to go over the last couple of weeks worth of footage where I did quite a bit of TLC with a couple of buddies out here and small things here and there just to get ready for this weekend and get the place as dialed in as possible. That's about all for the intro I've got for you right now. Let's get right into the content and I'll show you guys what's been going on here over the last couple of weeks. I got that one. That thing's sweet.
Yeah!
That's battery powered?
No, generator.
Oh, I didn't notice the cord. I was like, wow, that thing's got some
They make a
snort.
Milwaukee one.
That's pretty cool. That could, it missed the legs. Alright, so in the last hour or so, we got ourselves a little firewood pile. This is the lumber that was removed from the side of the frontage road that comes into the property. So we'll keep adding to this and have some place to pile up some firewood for campfires at night. Then we got ourselves another pretty big brush pile right there. So we'll keep cranking away out here and checking with you guys in a little bit. Alright, so today we're going to get the roller moving, hopefully. A couple of guys came out here maybe a month or two ago and they did add some fuel on here with the primer bulb. And they did find out that it fires. But they thought that maybe the carburetor needed to be rebuilt. They had actually pulled it off and tinkered with it a little bit, but they never got this thing to drive or anything. So what we're gonna do today is jerry rig up a battery, try and get some air in the tires, and see if this thing will actually go in gear and ultimately move, because that's what we want to do with it, is get this thing at least rolling and probably park it back there for now, because for now it's just kind of in the way. I'll cover up the engine and everything for this winter, so it's at least going to be sheltered, but right now it's in pretty good shape. I guess all things considered for the scrapper being here and everything. They didn't really take much of the wiring out of it, but it's not worth stealing, so maybe that's why I didn't take anything on that side. But what we've got so far is a battery out of the tractor here, rigged up a couple of jumper cables here, so hopefully we're going to be able to just kind of fire this thing off with some fresh fuel, maybe a little starting fluid, but we'll check over the fluids, get some air in the tires, and kind of see where to go from there.
Great.
Yeah, I think we're just going to take a stab at it, spin it over, and just kind of see what happens here. Not going to pretend like this hasn't been started in 10 years or anything. Apparently it was started a couple months ago, but it had sat for years prior to that, so it may not run good if it runs, but I think we're suspecting it's probably going to run. Oh yeah, how are we gonna?
Well, I'm gonna do this right now. I'll tap it to it later. I just
Yep.
want to see if it even spins if I get this all cooked.
Yeah, because we'll have to figure out a way
To disconnect this.
Yeah.
Yep. And keep power to this. So I got to keep
So
this alive.
I wonder if I've got some wire. We could almost just run that wire longer, put it on the battery post, right?
Oh. Like this.
Yeah. Yeah, that should kill it, right? So what we're doing a jerry rig on is giving power to the distributor and the ignition coil, and he's about to fire up the starter, and we'll have a way to tap the starter. We're going to use the battery or the jumper cable as kind of a makeshift disconnect switch is the idea here.
Being powered.
See if maybe the
keys
switch
in on, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Then it's by ground.
Yeah, it must be.
So
Okay, so I think we're just having like a grounding issue. I've got a jump pack. This battery might be weak. I've had this die on the tractor before. I don't think the charger's real good on the tractor. Okay, well it rolls over. Will it roll over with the key off like that? Yeah, okay.
Oh.
So, cleaned up the terminals and our grounding points a little bit. It's a drill brush type of setup. And we've got our jump pack on the battery now. So hopefully when we fire off the power to the battery or the power to the starter, it's actually going to crank pretty good. Really? Alright, so now we're going to try and jump with the truck and the truck battery running, so sounds better already. Got starting fluid, I think.
I don't have power to the coil.
Oh no. There's gas in the carb. So if I give you one of these, try that. This is something. It's not trying. The choke lever doesn't work. I can choke it here. Can I choke it? Well, let me try it here. Okay. Now it's choked. Oops.
Come on, Rick.
That's better. Okay, so the choke was our issue. When I choked it, all of a sudden gas went coming out of it. Like, all right, so the problem we were having is that pulling on the choke up here actually doesn't do anything by the looks of it. Oh, yeah, it moved a little bit, but we may have flooded the carb in our attempt to get this thing running, but I've got it choked again right now. So if we try and maybe fire it up, I can play with the choke a little bit and see if we can get it to idle.
Clear?
Yeah. All right, you want to try it now?
Clear?
Yeah. There's a lot of gas coming out when we do this out of the carb.
Okay.
Like the mouth of it, so I may have flooded it, pumping it.
Okay.
Should I choke it or not, do you think?
Leave it open for right now.
Okay, I'll leave it open.
Do it again.
Yep, try it. I can play with the throttle here.
Okay, go again.
Try it. Man, that's close. It's not happy. Maybe it does need carb work. Sure sounds like it.
Because you was running and I was over here.
Yeah, it's like I could kind of keep it running, but it wasn't gonna go.
Yeah.
I mean, we could try and run it again, but I think the carb has to come off and at least really clean it. But he said he took it off and cleaned it and it didn't go yet. So
yeah. Go again?
Yeah.
Not a second gen, it's gonna take some more love.
Yeah, this thing ain't just gonna go.
Taking less and less cranks, but
yeah,
it's just that much.
I don't know. I don't know that we're helping or hurting anything. I can't tell you. So for right now, we got to fire and run a little bit on brake cleaner, but the fellas actually came out and tried this before. Did say the same thing that we found out, is that it's gonna need some carb work. Or it seems like we've got fire in all 6 cylinders, and yeah, I don't know what's left. As long as we can get it to run and idle, we'll kind of know what we got. But if it's gonna be super expensive or hard to find or whatever the case may be, we don't know what we're gonna do with this anyways, but getting it running is gonna be a good step towards wherever it's going.
I got nothing.
So my buddy had actually stopped out just to give me a hand with the place, cutting the grass and all that reason to bring his kid. And unfortunately, it just ended up not working out. I pulled the mower out and it had a flat tire, which is the first time it's ever happened on that thing. And you know, to be honest, that was really disheartening because I got a buddy out here to help, and it didn't bother him, of course, but there's been so many nights out here that you really feel like you just failed. The mower broke, the door alignment deal still isn't perfect. I'm cleaning a toilet, you know, with the sun going down. It appears brighter on camera, but my family's at home and I'm like, what am I doing? Just feels a little bit silly right now, I guess, but at any rate, there's a couple of things I've got to add to this, and one of them being, I'm going to put a little eye hole in here so I can bungee the door shut. We're going to bungee the door here so you can actually give a little pull so you can shut it and replace the venting on it, and hopefully it's going to be just a good working porta pot when we're all done. Now, this might seem kind of pointless or like a dumb thing to do, but a new one of these is about 1,500 bucks, and a used one I found is about 1,300 from a distributor. Alternatively, I can put, you know, 50 bucks or so into this thing, get it pumped for another 60, and for about 100 bucks I'll have a porta pot. So that's an important thing to have out here. This might not be its final resting place, but for now, it's a start. Alright, so light is totally gone out here, and believe it or not, it's only like 8 o'clock. So thank God for the northern hemisphere. As beautiful as it is up here, you do lose light really, really early. So, hearing critters again. Seen some coyotes out here, but nothing too exotic yet. Anyways, got the grading all done. Got the grading kind of dialed in on here, and it's not, you know, it's not new, but I'm not expecting it to be new when I'm all done. But overall, it's gonna work. So I'll get a little toilet paper in here, some hand sanitizer, and we've got a functioning bathroom right now, which is actually a pretty big step forward for the place. Alright guys, it is pitch black out now. A little bit of a moon tonight, but not much, and my buddy Dave thought that it might be worthwhile for me to look around for a little piece of the carburetor that's missing called the Venturi. So for whatever reason, it appears to be MIA, and it's an important part, and it's probably a big reason that the thing doesn't run. So it either fell into the belly of the machine here, or it was pillaged or removed long ago, or who knows what happened to it. It should be a couple inches long, and maybe, I forget what, 3/4 of an inch diameter. But best case scenario, no critters are gonna brutalize me out here. I'm not seeing anything. I'm thinking this thing's gone. It's probably the most likely scenario, unfortunately. Alright guys, so last night did not go to plan, but I did get a patch kit in the tire and it seems to be holding air. I'll know if it held it all night pretty soon, but otherwise I'm still equipped to go put some air in it or repatch it if needed. I got some stuff returned to the store that I bought it from that I ended up not needing for the porta pot. I had an outfit scheduled to come and pump the porta pot and refill it with the blue fluid and all that early this week, and as of right now it is Wednesday after business, so that gives them 2 more days. I teamed up with a couple of people locally that do car show promotion type stuff, and they're also on YouTube, so check out Dad Mods Media. They're going to be a big help out this weekend. They created a promotional little event on Facebook, and they'll be helping promote it, as well as probably direct people the day of. So hopefully things go smoothly, but I got to get this lawnmower fired up, go cut a whole bunch of grass, so I'll probably be out here till dark tonight getting things ready for this weekend. Well, there you have it, guys. Got the pole all straightened out, tamped up pretty well. Ultimately, what I'm gonna have to do is cut that pole off somewhere up there so it quits splitting. And I don't know if this pole will stay here forever or not. Back in the day, there actually used to be another pole up symmetrical to it right there. You can see the bottom of it. So you'd imagine you could drive under the sign going into the track. It used to be right up in here. It was kind of cool. I've actually still got the frame in the back of the property, so maybe one day things keep going to plan. We'll hang another pole there and replace this one, get a sign back over this sucker, and have a pretty cool sign as you come into the track. But for now, we got one more form of solar lighting out here, so when you do exit out of the track or enter it, we got some light, and more importantly, you got a way to light this place up at night a little bit, which is good. But for now, the pole's straight. I'll get that chunk of metal off of there somehow so it doesn't fall or whatever. But I'm gonna continue on. Hey, one more solar light up on the building over there, and then continue on with today's video. Oh yeah. It's like straight up. Yep, try here. They get down low. This is a no OSHA zone. Gotta come my way, little bit. Okay. Perfect. There. We'll relink the fence right here to here, and yeah, it should be pretty well good to go. Kind of keep people out. Figured out a way to get from the white portion to here as well, but this is actually a big step trying to keep this sealed up, so to say. So this is a good move today. Old fence is coming up. Sheesh. It's almost like it's coming up in a big ball. Laid down and the grass is all clumping it together now. Ah, good. So there you have it, guys. That is the latest update on the track. I know a lot of you guys are really itching to do this, but over the last couple of weeks, I actually took a little bit of time off because I was getting a little burnt out working out here. This for me is in addition to what I'm doing as far as working full-time, having a family and working on cars and, you know, trying to have some fun. So you gotta look at it this way, that this is a really big project, and I know a lot of you know that, but it's super easy to get burnt out on something like this, and I really don't want to do that because you can grow tired of it really quick, especially when you have things going wrong all the time. You spend a lot of time away from home, and I don't know, you know the deal. So hope you guys liked today's video. If you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. If you want to support in any way, there is a feature that YouTube actually offers that I wasn't aware of until I saw a couple of people use the super comment, or I think it's called the super like button. You can see it on a desktop. I don't even know if you can see it on a phone, but if you look into that and you leave a comment, you can make a donation that goes straight towards the track and the channel and myself, obviously. YouTube keeps a small percentage of it, but the majority of it comes to the track and myself. So if you wanted to give $1 or a couple bucks or whatever you felt comfortable doing, it would actually help out, because that's the way this is going to grow, is with quite an influx of money. I will give you one example of that. Because of the pandemic, there has been a shortage of available concrete barriers, and I'm talking about the ones that you see at racetracks that have an angled bottom and are straight up. They go by many names, but there's a national shortage of them. So my local highway construction companies that I've been reaching out to that would normally house used ones, they have none available, so I can't buy used ones locally. Where you live, you may be able to get them, but I don't live where you do. Trust me, I've been looking really hard for them, and the only new ones I can find come in 10 and 12 foot sections. The 10 footers are about $450 each, and the 12 footers are $550. So if you do the math, I figure I'll need about 40 of them right here. That's a quick number for you to chew over, and that's why I'm even mentioning this comment feature. But if you don't want to do that, if you just drop a comment and give the video a thumbs up, it is going to help its visibility, which helps views and in turn helps ad revenue. So there's a couple ways you can help out right now. I'll have a much better way you can do it in the next video when we unveil the name and everything. So as soon as my buddy's done filling up on grass, we're going to go finish up another little project I've got going out here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.